There are tons of things we all do day in and day out that are so normal we don't even give them a second thought. But many of us also have fairly irrational anxieties for some pretty mundane things too. See if any of these apply to you guys, okay, at home. A lot of people get nervous for no reason when they're driving in front of a police officer, even if they're going the speed limit. I can only imagine for people of color, contextually and historically. Some people get nervous going to the bathroom anywhere but their own. Is that true?
That's pretty funny.
I think this one gets everyone parallel parking, yes, and I wonder how many of us have been here getting scared to call out sick from work. Okay, so that photo's with the parallel parking. Calling out sick from work even when you're really sick. I've been there. Totally. This one makes my stomach drop. When someone says, "Can I be honest with you?" Yes. Yes. And finally, when you're concerned by neighbors and forced to chit-chat with them. Not good. Or cornered, sorry.
I was like, wait, concerned about what?
Cornered by a neighbor. Does any of those apply to you, or is there one that was not even mentioned on the list? Lindsay?
I think when someone messages you, like, do you have a minute? Or, like, with no context, that really makes me crazy because I'm like, oh my gosh. And I go down the scenario, okay, I'm going to let go today. This is happening. And I just want to know what the conversation is going to be. And it's never that, but it's always the most dramatic part.
And like, your head goes to the worst place.
Yeah. Right. Erica might be like, hey, I just want to know if you wanted to get dinner Saturday. and she's like, well, can I talk? What happened?
That's so good.
What about you, Tori?
Our boss does this, so I apologize in advance, but I don't like when someone text messages me the words, call me.
Scary.
As if I don't even touch the phone, but then to say call me with no period, forget it. I'm jumping off a bridge. I'm out. I'm out.
Why did you apologize for that?
Because Bert does it, and I don't want to get in trouble for.
That makes me anxious. Apologies for things that you should not be apologizing for.
Thank you.
When he calls me or texts me and says call me, I'm like, what, Bert? What? Because I know it's gonna be something like not even consequential when he says call me. Because if it was something important, he would have already called. If it's consequential, he calls. If it's not consequential, he'll say, text, call me.
There you go.
All right, I'll take that.
Anything that was left off the list that gives you anxiety?
I hate when people just sit in their cars in front of my house.
Ooh.
Oh. That drives me crazy.
Loiter.
Yeah, it drives me crazy. Like, I'm automatically thinking, like, why are you sitting here? Like, what are you doing? What are you up to? Are you casing the joint? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yes.
What about you?
I get party anxiety, like small chit-chat anxiety. I get really anxious about, do I say goodbye to the host at the end? But then I see the host is like talking to other people, and I feel like it's proper to say goodbye and thank them, but I also don't want to interrupt their conversation.
So it's social anxiety.
It's too much to think about.
Wow.
It is. So sometimes I just leave and then I feel bad. And,
you can send a text like, hey, I'm sorry.
Call me. Just say call me.
Kelly did that to me recently.
Kelly did?
Kelly ditched me and said, hey, Lynn, sorry, I had to go.
See, I feel terrible doing that.